start lying down. So I'm going to tip my mat and just come to constructive rest with your feet on the flat on the mat. So I need to get that turned down. Tip that like that. So feet flat on the mat, on the outside edges of the mat, and then let the knees just come to support each other. And let's place our fingertips on our the little points of your hip bones. We're going to see if we can breathe all the way down and see if we can imagine our pelvis breathing. So taking some deep belly breaths, relaxing the diaphragm. So on the next inhale, you can feel the belly fill. I think I've muted you all. I'm going to mute you all. I'm noticing the points where your body's touching the ground, particularly around the back of the pelvis. And just see if you can soften and imagine your body dropping into the ground with each exhale, so becoming heavier, spreading and softening. And notice how you can let go of some muscle tension. So you might be holding tension around the shoulders, around the hips, the lower back. Just see if you can let go with your exhale. And then let's get to that visualization of the pelvis breathing. So as you inhale, imagine the wings of your pelvis opening and spreading. So feel those tips of the hip bones maybe opening a little bit. And then as you exhale, exhale completely and draw in your abdominal muscles, lift the pelvic floor at the end of the exhale, and see if you can feel those sitting bones, those ACES bones drawing together a little bit more. So just filling the pelvis with the breath and emptying out completely, a few deep full breaths. And at the end of the next exhalation, bring your feet hip distance apart. Take your arms above your head. If they're not resting on the floor, just bring them down by the side so that they do rest. I don't want them hanging in the air. But if you can take them above your head and let the elbows rest, that's great. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, just let the knees drop over to the right-hand side. And again, if your knees aren't on the ground and you want to find a cushion or a bolster, and pad them. You put my block, a block between your knees is quite nice. And just staying there on the right side, breathing up and down that right side, seeing if you can use your breath to find some space. Three more deep breaths here. And then float the left knee up, float the right knee up, and let the knees drop over to the other side. And again, you can place something between the knees, or it's not going to be here for too long. So if you haven't got anything, don't worry. And just take your attention to the right-hand side of the body now, breathing all the way up and down that right side. Finding some space with your breath. And then let's float the right leg up, float the left leg up, bring the nose into the knees and the knees into the nose. Hug them in. Inhale, the arms above the head, the legs towards the sky. Exhale, hug them in. We're going to wake up our abdominals with that exercise. We'll call it the Helen Wells exercise as it's hurt. So legs in tabletop, flattening the lower back into the mat, so really drawing the navel in. Imagine you've glued your lower back to the mat, crossing your arms over, and you push the knees into the hands and the hands into the knees. So there's tension. And you can feel already just by doing that, your abdominal muscles have engaged. So really push the knees into the hands and the hands into the knees. Tuck the chin, make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And then we're going to inhale the right arm and the left leg. Extend away. So opposite arm and leg. Exhale, come back. Inhale the other one. Exhale, come back. Keep going with your breath at your own speed. You don't need to look at me. Just use your breath as your guide. Really keeping that lower back glued to the mat, pelvic floor lifted. Pushing the knees back into the hands when they come back into contact. See if you can do one more each side. And release, bring the knees into the nose and the nose into the knees. Place the head down and give yourself a little circle around the lower back. So just rolling one way and the other. And then toes together, hands on your knees, drawing circles with your knees, those butterfly circles, just beginning to warm up the hips. One way and the other. And then placing the left foot on the mat, cross the right ankle over, move the right knee away, come into eye of the needle on this side. So hands through the middle, either holding the thigh or on top of the calf. Keep the tailbone down, keep the chin tucked. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. Deep breath. And gently release. Uncross the legs, nose to knees, knees to nose. Arms above the head, the legs towards the sky. And then placing the right foot down, cross the left ankle over, left knee away, draw that right thigh in, breathing here, eye of the needle. Really being aware of the sensations in your hips. Notice if you can let go. And then releasing, holding behind the thighs, tucking the chin, rolling up and down the back. And then coming to boat, straight into boat, squeeze the knees together, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, lift the chest, lift the center of the chest. And release. And then we're placing the feet down quite far away from us. If your feet don't go flat on the mat, you can have the toes up, don't worry. I'm going to take the arms out in front of us, sit nice and tall, making sure you're sitting up on the sitting bones. Inhale. And then exhale, draw one elbow back. Inhale, rise up on the sitting bones. Exhale, release. Keep going with your own breath again. One more each side. And then lift it up and fold over your knees. Taking your attention to your back body, breathing into the lower back. Letting the weight of the head really go. And then bringing the spine to vertical, extending the legs, placing the hands behind us, fingertips pointing forward. If your hands don't reach the ground, I've got ridiculously long arms. Place 2 books or 2 blocks there. Take a deep inhale, legs are hip distance apart, and then you're going to just place the feet down and lift up, tabletop. Keep the chin tucked, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back so the collarbone's broad. Try and keep the knees from splaying out by planting down the balls of the big toe. Ooh, not a popular one, I know. And release. I think we'll do some shoulder releases now. So find something to sit on. I feel like Peter, and I've got one here. I've got a nice bolster I made earlier. So sitting any which way. So you can sit like this, or you can sit knee straddling, whatever suits. Oh, let me take that up a little bit. Okay, let's reach the arms out, hands on the tips of the collarbones. Big circles, elbows together. And reverse. And then reaching out the right arm, feed it behind you, swim the other one around, see if you can hold or use a strap if you can't. Lift that top elbow, close your eyes and breathe into the back hand. So see if you can feel some movement of the back ribs. Breathing deeply into the back hand. At the same time, really reaching up with that top elbow so you can feel a stretch at the outside of the armpit. Now we're going to lift the arm up. Now you're going to be crossing the left over the right. Wrap it around. Draw the forearms away. Check into the neck. Breathe across the top of the shoulders here. So see if you can imagine you had that balloon between the shoulder blades. Make sure you're not only holding any tension in the neck, so check into your head. And then let's engage our cores and keep that lock on as you bow down. Release the weight of the head. And then lifting up, unraveling. Take a little side stretch. Inhale, lift. Take a little side stretch. Inhale, lift. And then rotate. And a little twist. Making sure the breath goes all the way down to the belly still. And then reach through the fingertips to come up to center. Bring the elbows together. Start warming up the wrist one way and the other. And then this time we're going to lift the left arm up, creep it behind, swim the other one around. Lift it up. Close your eyes, breathe into that backhand. Deep breath. Try to make sure the lower ribs haven't popped. And then lift the top arm. We're going to be crossing the right over the left. Wrap it around. Move the forearms away. Breathing into the back of the body. And gently release. Let's take a side stretch. Inhale, lift, take a side stretch. Inhale, lift and then rotate. Take a turn. Plant down to sitting bones, lift up the spine, draw the shoulder blades together. Gaze over the back, breathing all the way down to the belly. And then inhale, reach through the fingertips. Bring the hands down the front. A little pummel. A little pummel. And then we'll throw. And we'll grab. And we'll shake it out. And then we're going to extend our legs in front of us, whatever way your feet have been. Extend them out in front now. Can't see my toes. And circle. One way and the other. And let's flex and stretch the toes. And point. Flex and stretch and open. And point. And then we'll come up to stand. I'll move my screen. I'm going to flow a little bit through. It's nothing like a sun salutation, but it will have elements of it. So do what you want. And obviously, if you've had injuries, Hilary, be very careful. So coming to the front of the mat, find your Tadasana. Close your eyes, rock forward and rock back. And come to the place where your hips are above your heels, your shoulders are above your hips. your ears are above your shoulders. Externally rotating, the palms are facing forward. Tailbone drops. So notice if you've already clenched, relax, let the tailbone drop, release to the ground. And have that sensation of rooting to rise. You know, we talked about that on Monday. So feel that you're letting the weight drop into the ground, and at the same time, that allows you to feel light and lifted. That crown of the head can lift, the spine can feel nice and light. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, sink down into a chair. So bend your knees, float your shins back, and then push down to rise up and open the arms down by your side. One more time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, chair. Push down through your feet, rising up. Exhale, arms to the ground. This time we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Hold it here. Bend down. Maybe make it a little bit deeper. And then you're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, gently fold. Holding opposite elbows. You're in a ragdoll full bend. So your knees are really bent. Allowing the spine to release. Allow the weight of the head to drop. Make sure you can really feel your feet, that you're really grounded and you feel stable. Now draw yourself back to center. Let the weight drop into the right foot. And as you inhale, gather up that left foot. Gather it up. Coming all the way up. So you're drawing the knee to the chest. And exhale. Now push that foot away. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, you're going to dive down into your warrior three. So reaching out, fingertips to the back of the room, inner heel to the back of the room, navel drawing to spine. Feeling a line from the heel to the crown of the head. Take the hands into the crease of the hips. Bend the front knee and take a long step back. So you're coming into a long lunge and you're on the ball of the back foot, the heel's lifted. Jake Denton, the heel's lifted, you're on the ball of the foot. That's it. You fell over. Inhale the arms past your ears, so they're up. Inhale, straighten the leg, take the arms down. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. You have to use your core. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Hold it here. Arms by the ears. And then we're going to open the arms. Turn a little twist. Everything below the waist is facing forward. Inhale the arms through center. And turn the other way. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower the back heel, turn the back toe in. You're opening into a warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise to ground to rise. And then coming into your warrior two, holding your warrior two. Make sure it's your full expression of the pose. So if you can be a little wider or deeper. And then you're going to come into your Trikonasana. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach forward, hand on that shin, turn the body around, gazing up, drawing the shoulder blades together. Feel your triangle. How's your breath? Now with control, you're going to turn your head, bring your hands either side of the front foot, lift the back heel. So you've come right the way down to runner's lunge and step back. You're coming into your first downward dog, bending the knees, pushing into your hands. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend one knee, send the other heel back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. So just walk through your dog a little bit and feel into your hamstrings. Notice how they're feeling. How are the shoulders feeling? How are the wrists feeling? Make sure you're pushing down through the balls of the fingers so you're not sinking down through the wrists. And then come up onto the balls of both feet. Exhale the heels towards the ground. You're going to inhale, lift the crown of the head, lower the knees, and bring the hands underneath the shoulders, coming into your all four position, 4-point pose. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, coming into your cow, we decided, didn't we? Cat is a high one. And cow is the low one. So really feel how the spine is moving. Can you get it, slow it right down so you can feel each vertebra moving one at a time. And then drawing yourself back to your neutral spine, you're going to turn the right leg out, or the one behind you so you can face me. You're flat against a wall. And then circling that top arm. Once, twice, 3 times, each of the way. Now you might stay here, or if you want to come with me, lift that top leg and exhale the knee to the nose, flex. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, use your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, open. And then coming onto all fours again. Sit your bottom back. Extend the arms forward. Breathe into the lower back. A few deep breaths in child. Breathing around the lumbar. And then you're going to inhale up onto all fours, tuck your toes up into your downward dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through or lower that left knee and walk it through. Long lunge. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, push off, release the head. Take the arms behind you. And then bring the hands to prayer. Close your eyes, feel your body. Inhale the arms all the way up. Sink down into your chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, sink down into your chair. Inhale, push down to lift. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, staying in your chair now for a few breaths. Make it nice and deep. You lift the toes. Can you see your toes? And then take a deep inhale and fold down. Relax for a moment. Down in your ragdoll forward bend. This time, you're going to be gathering the left knee as you come up. So, sorry, the right knee. You're grounding down through the left foot and you're drawing up the right knee. Drawing up the right knee into the chest. Exhale, pushing it away. Inhale, drawing it in. And then stepping back into your, shooting back into your warrior three. Bringing the hips and the shoulders square to the floor, reaching the fingertips back. And then take the hands into the crease of the hips, soften the front knee. Step back, coming onto the ball of the front foot, the knees facing forward. You've made room for your hips. That's it. Take the arms up by the ears. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms down. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Keep the navel drawing in, keep lengthening the tailbone down. Keep that core working. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, separate your hands, open. So rotating from the waist to the crown. Inhale, lift it up. And rotate in the opposite direction. Inhale, lift it up. And then you're going to open into your warrior two. So layering the back heel, turning the toe, opening into a warrior two. I'm going to turn around so I can see you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold your warrior two now. Feel your feet. You're allowing everything to drop through to the ground. Coming into your Trikonasana, your triangle. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Reach forward, hand on the shin. Turn yourself around, gazing up at the thumb. Really feel the spine lengthening in two directions. Nice long spine. And then with control, soften the front knee, lift the back hip, facing the long end of the mat. Take a deep inhale here, step back, downward dog, let the heels sink. We're going to inhale onto all fours. You're going to turn the left leg behind you and bring the hand, the knee and the heel into alignment, moving the hips forward. Circle a top arm. Once, twice, 3 times. I'm just waiting for Deborah to catch up. And then lift that lower leg. Inhale here, or don't do this if you've got any feeling that it doesn't feel right or nice or good. Just stay. Exhale, the knee comes towards the elbow. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, knee comes to elbow. Reach away, one more. And then place the foot down. Come back onto high plank. Lower the knees. Settle back into your child. 3 deep breaths. Breathing into the lower back. And then we're going to bring the hands behind us with the palms facing up. On the next inhale, you're going to push your feet and your shins into the mat as you bring your hips forward and open. Exhale, draw the navel in and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then swim your arms behind you. Squeeze your elbows together. Lift the chest. Don't throw the weight of the head back. And then coming up to vertical, you're going to step the right leg forward into a long lunge. I'm pretending this is my right leg, it's actually my left. So you do your right. Take a nice long lunge and lengthen the spine. You're going to tuck the back toe, take a stretch, so push out through the heel. keeping nice and low. And then we're going to lower and walk ourselves back into hamstring stretch. So fingertips back, bring the floor up on blocks if your arms aren't touching the floor. Try and get the sitting bones going back equally. So you might feel you need to draw that right sitting bone back a little bit more and bring that left sitting bone a little bit forward. And then let's wave up and down that leg. So even if you're not doing much of a movement, imagine that you're lengthening on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. So leading with the sternum and folding down. And then finding a place where you can be still and using your breath, sending your breath to where you're feeling that stretch at the back of the leg. See if you can release and let go. Making sure the shoulders are soft, the jaw's soft. And that. Work it out. Come up onto the balls of both feet. Send the heels back. Now inhale, rolling forward, coming into high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back, and extend into your downward dog. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, push it back. And then lift the crown of the head, come on to all fours. Exhale, back into your child. Take your hands behind you. Let the shoulders relax. 3 deep breaths into the lower back. Deep inhales, full exhales. And then on the next inhale, you're going to push into the floor, lift the hips forward, open up. Exhale, have the navel drawing back as you fold down. Inhale, open. You can imagine you were a flower. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And then take the hands onto the lower back. Squeeze the elbows together. Now, if you like taking camel, tuck your toes. Take one hand. Otherwise, just stay where you are with your hands on your back. But don't take your hands off your back if you're not holding onto your heels. And then think about moving the hips through, lifting the sternum, breathing deeply. And use your breath as your guide. If your breath is short and snappy, you're not comfortable. And then take one hand onto the lower back, other hand onto the lower back. This time you're stepping your left leg forward, long lunge. Nice, lengthening the spine. And then tucking the back toe, pushing out through the heel. And then lowering the knee, coming into your hamstring stretch. So drawing that left leg back into the socket, trying to square off the lower back. And then that little wave-like lengthening and releasing. Feeling into it. And then finding your edge. So you might be up on blocks and you might be here. Actually, most people will be. So just find your edge. Taking your attention to where you can feel that stretch. breathing into it. And then gently walking forward, hands either side of the foot, tuck the toe, lift the hips, up you come, let the heels sink. Inhale, roll forward into your high plank. This time, exhale, knees, chest, chin, scoot forward. Baby cobra, extending the legs back. We're going to take the arms a little bit wider. Come onto our forehead and then inhale, draw the torso up. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. See if you can lift the fingertips off. Clasp your hands on your bottom. Draw the shoulder blades together. Breathing here. One last deep inhale and then exhale. Gently release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Lift yourself up. Ease out. Forward and back. And then the next time your bottom's towards your heels, up you come into your downward dog. Let the heels sink. Now it's up to you whether you're going to jump forward, do a little bunny hop, or sway your hips and walk your hands back. So if you're bunny hopping, bend your knees, look between your hands, think of that arc of the pelvis as you jump forward. Release. If everybody's down, releasing in a ragdoll full bend. And then hands into the creases of the spine, of the hips, push down. Engage your core as you come all the way up. Lift up through the crown of the head. Sink down through the heels, finding that Tadasana again. And then coming to the center of your mat. Just going to check my timing. We're going to do a balance with a rotation. Haven't done many twists yet today. So we'll do the one where we turn towards the leg. We'll just hold the knee with the hand today. So feeling your feet, standing tall, finding Tadasana, finding your focus. Let's take a deep inhale, exhale all the way down through the right leg. So the left leg becomes nice and light. Let's hug it in. Holding the knee with the opposite hand. Slide the other one down the side, turn towards the leg. Take your hand behind you. See if you can gaze back. So notice the hips are square to the front. The rotation is from the waist to the crown. So using your gaze to see if you can see your thumb. And then coming back the way we came. Gently lower the knee. Ankle balance, just to balance ourselves off, coming all the way up, lifting the heels. Let's clasp our hands and the heels of the hands towards the sky. Stay here for a few breaths, lengthening that tailbone. How stable are we? We're like rocks. And gently lower the heels, lower the arms, stand tall. Take a deep inhale, exhale all the way down through the left leg now, right leg becomes light. Hug it in. Hold with the opposite hand. When you're ready, start turning. So think hips are facing forward. Just turn with your gaze. Taking the gaze behind. That sensation of the crown of the head being pulled up towards the sky. Notice maybe you're not turning as well this way. I'm not. I can't see my thumb nearly as clearly on this side. And then coming back in. Placing the arms, feet down, the arms down, all the way up. Ankle balance. Clasp your hands and the heels of the hands towards the sky. Nice and tall. And then separating the feet. Exhale. Come all the way down. Should we do our root to rise? Push down and inhale, lift. Only if your knees feel up to it. Exhale. Come down. Inhale, push into your feet. Come all the way up. Exhale. Nice and smooth. Inhale. We're pretty good. We're going to do one more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, coming down, staying here. If your heels are lifted, remember, put something underneath them. Find a block, find some books. Lift the chest. Or if you don't like doing it, don't do it. That's great. If you'd like to take a crow, now's your time. So wrap, come up. One toe off, the other toe off. Holding your crow, breathing. Something to practice. Well done, Jake. Very good. And then come and lie on your back. I'm going to tip. So bring the knees into the chest. Take a deep inhale, exhale, the nose to the knees. Hold the right knee, extend the left leg down the mat. Really reach out through that inner heel. And then take the hand on the opposite, so the left hand on the outside of the right knee. Draw it across the body. Melt the right shoulder down, look over the right shoulder. Come into a nice gentle twist. Breathing up and down. And then inhale to center. Slide the right hand up the outside of that leg, either holding the shin or holding the sole of the foot. Draw the knee towards the armpit. Half happy baby. So as you're drawing this knee down, reach out through the inner thigh of the left leg. And then extend the leg up towards the sky. Take your hands by your sides, engage your core. Reach the leg all the way down with control. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Inhale the knee into the chest, extend it up towards the sky. Exhale, reach away. So that slow bicycle movement. Inhaling into the knee, reach it up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach away. This time when it's at the end of the mat, let it rest. And just notice the difference on the right side and the left side. Now we're going to hug the left knee into the chest, lengthen the tailbone down. Breathing here. Take the right hand on the outside of that left knee, melt the left shoulder down, draw it across the body, come into a nice twist. So taking it over. Breathing all the way up and down that left side. And then inhaling to center, slide the hand up the outside of the leg, hold wherever you can. Draw the knee towards the armpit, extend out through the inner right heel. Half happy baby. Deep breath. So you might just be holding, you can just hold the leg. And gently release. On an inhale, take the leg up. Exhale, reach it away. Inhale, draw the knee into the chest, extend the heel towards the sky. Exhale, reach away nice and slowly with your breath. Inhale in and out. Exhale, reach away. Inhale in and out. Exhale, place it next to the other foot. Close your eyes, feel your body. Hopefully you feel balanced. If you don't feel balanced, do anything you want to now before Shavasana. So you might want to do a little roll around or a little bridge. Just see what your spine feels it needs now. A little stretch maybe. And then settle into your Shavasana. So taking your feet wider than hip distance, making sure you're warm enough. So if you want to put on a sweatshirt, it's got a bit cold. And then taking your arms by your sides, palms facing up. Take your attention to your right foot. Let your right foot become heavy. Your left foot. Let your left foot become heavy. Release the hips, the knees, the ankles. The whole of the right leg's heavy. The whole of the left leg's heavy. Both legs heavy and grounded. Next breath, take into the lower back. As you inhale, feel it fill. And as you exhale, feel it spread and soften. Next breath into the belly. As you exhale, feel you're letting go of any tension you're holding in your abdomen. Scanning up your spine, allow it to settle in its natural curves. Allow the whole of the front body to drop into the back body. The whole of the back body to drop into the ground. Become aware of the weight of the shoulder girdle. Allow all those heavy bones to drop back. Release the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. The whole of the right arm and the right hand's heavy. The whole of the left arm and the left hand. Both arms heavy and grounded. And lastly, the weight of the head. Let the weight of the head drop back. Allow your eyes to sink back in their sockets. Your forehead to soften and smooth. Let the lower jaw gently drop away from the upper jaw. So you've let go of your muscle body completely. It's grounded, it's supported, you can let it go. So just becoming aware of the energy body that is the breath. Noticing where you can feel the breath. Rest your mind on your breath and relax completely. Now gently becoming aware of your whole body on the mat. Maybe feeling sensation in your fingers and your toes. Taking a slightly deeper inhale, a fuller exhale. And then when you're ready, taking your arms above your head, give yourself a nice stretch. And roll onto your side for a few breaths before coming to sit. And then keep your eyes closed for a few more moments if you can. Just notice how your body feels now, how your mind is, how your energy is. And then bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much.